The house was so cheap that no bank would explain why. Half the market price, furnished, in good shape, in the best neighborhood in town. I signed the same day, thrilled with my luck. The agency only asked me one thing, with an odd smile: never go down to the basement after midnight. The first night I blamed exhaustion. I heard my own voice greeting me from the basement, saying good morning, in my exact tone. I froze in bed. I told myself it was a dream, that the move had worn me out. But the next morning, the basement door, which I had locked, was wide open. I asked the old neighbor, and she went pale, gripping her rosary. She told me that 7 families had lived in that house in 20 years, and that all of them fled, overnight, without even taking their things. The last one, she said, lowering her voice, never even made it out. I started finding things. Old photos in the drawers, of families I didn't know, smiling in my living room, my kitchen, my bedroom. In each photo, in the background, always the same tall thin shadow, a little closer to the lens. As if it were posing with them. As if it were waiting its turn. The nights got worse. The house replayed sounds, footsteps I had already taken, conversations I had already had, the doorbell at hours when no one rang. I understood, with horror, that the house wasn't haunted. The house remembered. It recorded every person who lived in it. And now it was recording me. I put cameras in every room to prove to myself I was going mad. Reviewing the footage, I appeared in all of them, asleep, calm. But in every video, at 3 in the morning, I got up by myself, walked to the basement and went down, eyes open and a smile that wasn't mine. And I remembered none of it. I decided to leave that very night. I packed in a hurry, grabbed the car keys and ran for the front door. But no matter how many times I opened it, as I crossed it, I reappeared inside the house, in the same hallway, facing the basement door, which was now open, waiting for me. I went down, because there was no other way out left. The basement was full of old chairs, one for each family, arranged in a circle, facing a wall. And on that wall, carefully hung, were photos. Photos of everyone who lived here, sleeping in their beds, taken from above. And at the end of the row, a fresh new one, me. The neighbor was right, the last family never made it out. None of them do. The house doesn't want to hurt you, it just wants you to stay, forever, like all the others. That's why it's so cheap. Every so often, it needs a new tenant. And it always finds someone who doesn't ask why the price is so low. If you ever see a house too cheap, in a neighborhood too good, with an owner too eager to sell, ask yourself why. I didn't. Now my photo hangs on that wall, and I wait, sitting in my chair, for the next one who thinks they got lucky. Share if it gave you chills. And tell me, would you have signed?